I'm Katrina from Katrina's Creative Heart. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to share with you how I made this cute little bag slash box using just one sheet of cardstock. It's perfect for presenting maybe a piece of jewelry to a friend or even small embellishments for your crafty friends. So let's get started and I'll show you how I did this. Okay, we are using the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. We're using this Happy Birthday when we get to our stamping. So I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm using a full sheet of the Sahara Sand cardstock, and I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. So I'm going to pull that over, and let's see if I make sure this is in your frame. All right, so I'm going to use the scoring tool, and I am going to, on the 11-inch side, we're going to score at a 1/2 inch. Make sure I'm in there. So we're at a 1/2 inch. Then we're going to score at 4 1/4, which would be right there. And then at 5 3/4, right there, and 9 1/2. Then we're going to turn our paper to the 8 1/2 inch edge, and we're going to score at 1 1/2. And at 8 inches. Alright, so then we're finished with the scoring tool, and we're going to set that aside. And we're going to get our paper snips. So the first thing we're going to do is, on this wider edge that you have created with your score lines, we are going to snip off this little rectangle that we created right here. Just want that snipped right off. We don't need that. Maybe. Okay, so we'll get that trimmed up a little better. Okay, and then we're just going to snip up to the score line on all of these others. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we're going to fold on all of our score lines, except for this 1/2 inch band along the top. Alright, I have my bone folder. So you want to give everything a really nice press. And okay. And then our tabs that we created. Okay, so now we have all of those done. Then on this little narrow edge, I'm going to take my tear and tape. This stuff is really strong adhesive, and that's what I do recommend that you use, this a really strong adhesive for this. Make sure you stay below that little score line there. This stuff is very sticky, but it will hold. But what's nice is you can tear it. It's not like that old red line tape that we used to have. That stuff, the liner would stick to you. You had to cut it with scissors because you couldn't tear it for love nor money. It wasn't fun stuff. But anyway, this works really good. Then you just get the cover off. And then we're just going to fold this over. Make sure everything lines up and press. So you want to burnish that down so that tear and tape really binds. So now we have the beginnings of our little box. Okay? So now we have all these little tabs down here. And I'm just going to grab my Tombow glue here. I like to use that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Tombow to each of these tabs here. Don't need a lot, just enough there. And we're going to fold them in and bring this down. I'll keep myself in the frame here. Might need to hold that down for just a second. And then add a little bit of Tombow to this bottom. Bring that down. And then I'm just going to set that down. Get in there. There. So now we have our beginnings of our little bag-a-box here. So we're just going to let that set and dry. So we're going to set that aside. I do have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, which I did cut this from our Picture Perfect Party paper. Say that fast 3 times. I dare ya. And these are cut at 3 1/4 by 6, and these are for the front and back. And then I have 2 pieces that are cut at 1 inch by 6 inch for the sides. Then I have a piece of Bermuda Bay. This is cut at 1 1/2 by 4, and I'm going to banner the end of this. I'm just going to take my snips, make it cut in the center like so, and then I'm just going to banner my end. So that takes care of that. Oh, we gotta cover up our glue here. I have a doily. And I have some scrap lemon lime twist and whisper white. The whisper white is where I'm going to do my stamping, and the lemon lime twist I'm going to punch out with my Starburst circle punch. So we're going to set that aside. Don't need that now. And I do want to bring in, I have my Stampin' Pierce mat here to do my stamping on. So it gives us some cushion because I am using a photopolymer stamp. The Happy Birthday, I've got my Bermuda Bay ink, and I've got my scrap piece of Whisper White that I'm going to stamp on. So I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay. And get this open. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Stamp that on. I'd like to hold it for just a minute to make sure all the ink transfers nicely. And it did. So I'll close up our ink. And I now have my 2-inch circle punch here to punch this out. And I'm just going to center that on there. That looks pretty good. Punch that out. Set that aside. We're finished with the punch. So now I am going to build my bag. And I did forget to grab here they are, my ribbon and my little binder clips. We are going to be using these cute little birthday mini binder clips to hold everything together when we're done here. So okay, so now we're going to bring our box back in. I'm going to get rid of my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I am going to use my Fast Fuse. And we're going to start applying our designer paper. So this goes on here, like so. So we're going to get this centered. Oh, about like so, I'd say. Okay. So that's on. Let's flip it over. Put this sheet on. Alright. Sometimes liquid glue was easier to do this, but sometimes, there you go. Then we're going to do our sides. That's centered like so. Flip that side. Like I said, this is really a very quick project, and it really is cute, and it is perfect for those small little gifts that you want to present. Oh. Could easily put a little box of earrings in here, a necklace, bracelet. Like I said, fun embellishments for your crafty friends. You'd be the most popular friend ever. Okay, so now we have that done. Then I am going to take and just apply adhesive here and layer this onto our lemon lime twist starburst, just like that. Then I'm going to take a dimensional. Actually, probably should put 2 dimensionals on the back like so. And we're just going to layer that, oh, right about there on our, there. Then we're going to take our box, and we're just going to take our fingers and just gently fold in just like so, so that you get that little, can you see how I have that there? Just fold it like so, and then that score line you're going to fold it down and back. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little snail to my doily. I'm going to bring in my little tag, and this is where we need our let's use the lemon lime twist. I like that color. Okay. Just snap that on like so. And then I just took a little bit of ribbon and got it down in there and tied a bow. Just, yep, just like that, see? It's gonna not work so good for me because I'm on camera. Okay. And then you just fuss with it just a little bit till you have your bow the way you want it. And then snip your ends. And that finishes our little bag-a-box. Box bag, however you want to call it. But quick and simple. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.